Hi, welcome to Pixel Village and welcome to the part 2 of our video on white balance. In part 1 of the video, we saw how white balance is set using in-camera presets in predominantly very predictable lighting conditions. This one is going to be a little more complicated in terms of lighting. Solution is pretty simple. Let's take a look at it. So, contrary to our simple setup, this one is a little complicated. It appears like our director ran away in between the work. Anyway, this is the kind of situations that a wedding, an event photographer usually confronts in his day-to-day working life. Well, we have a fluorescent lamp here. We have a blue light, a red light. Then we have our studio lights. These are yellow. They are not exactly incandescent, but it's got a dirty yellow cast. It looks nice, but in the images, it creates a dirty yellow cast. We have our working practical lights. They are incandescent. And of course, we have a daylight balanced light, which is also helping us to film this situation. I've seen a lot of photographers in this kind of scenario try to guess the white balance, the color temperature of the situation and key it in using the color temperature. As you walk into a situation like this, your brain has started correcting the color temperature for you already. With that corrected understanding is what you're trying to key in or try to guess the color temperature of that particular situation, which can be off the mark. We would like to show you 4 of our favorite ways of achieving white balance in this kind of scenario. My personal favorite during run and gun situations where you don't have too much time, you're also shooting a little bit of JPEGs and you're also shooting RAW. My personal favorite is called preset manual control. What it allows you to do is to achieve the white balance in the camera using the scene. It is very similar to, let's say, a custom white balance in certain other camera brands. So go to menu, white balance, and select preset manual. Now this white dress has this blue in it, this red in it, this green in it, that white in it, and all the other colors in it. I'm telling the camera to balance this white, okay? Now, for which I can't do it on myself, so I'm going to ask Nikhil to come over. This time it's your turn.
Thanks.
Long press the white balance button. Do a long press again, and it will white balance your image. Second effective method to white balance for a run and gun photographer is by using a third-party product called the Expo Disc. It's a color neutral filter. You can't shoot anything through it. What you will get is a color neutral frame. You're supposed to get a color neutral frame if you're shooting against a pure white light. Your RGB values will be same. This filter has 2 sides, okay? One side has a crystal-like structure, okay, and the other side is like a plain white, milky side. You are expected to keep the milky white portion close to the camera. Shift the camera onto an aperture priority auto mode and make sure that your lens is on manual mode, because if it's in auto mode, it'll keep hunting for focus and it'll never click. So keep it onto manual mode. Now, the most important aspect in this white balancing technique is that you are supposed to shoot your light source, not your subject. which means you have to move away from your subject. Aim. Now in the situation, my light source is this light and all the other practical lights in this scene. So if standing here I can't shoot it, which means I need to walk away. Like I said, you make sure that you cover the entire light source in your field. Make sure that it is covered. Cover your lens completely with expo disc. Aim at your light source. Take a picture. Okay. Then you go to your white balance setup. For a Nikon user, select the preset manual. The Canon, Sony and the other brand users go to their custom white balance setup. Select the image and select the last shot. Say OK, and your camera is ready to shoot the next, grab the next frame with all the necessary corrections done. For a Nikon user, there is another way which is relatively easier, which is white balance. Select preset manual is selected. Long press the white balance button and you will see the white balance button blinking. At that time, keep the filter in front of the lens, do a long press again, and it will white balance your image. So I have the camera white balanced using the expo disc. Now Nikhil, can you take this camera and do a similar shot? This was available in India for about 4,000 odd Indian rupees. I understand America, it's about $50. They are much cheaper in America. Do check this out. It's a superb product. Our third recommended technique for doing white balance is by using a gray card. All you are expected to do is to take a shot like this in the lighting conditions that you are in. Now, I'm going to make sure that all lights fall on this card and I take a shot. Nikhil, why don't you take a shot of this? Now, you can continue shooting. If when you move to a next lighting situation, take another shot. And till the end of the day, you can continue shooting without worrying about the white balance. Once you've finished the shoot and you're back in the studio, you can take all those raw images onto your computer, open it up in your favorite raw processing software, Lightroom, Capture One Pro, whichever you like. Use your white balance picking tool. Avoid picking the gray because the gray is for reading incident light, not correcting white balance. So click on the white. It will correct your image automatically for that lighting condition. And that correction can be applied to all the other images. It's an effective way for a pro photographer. Well, this is available in various sizes. You don't need to carry such a big one. There is something called QP card, which is like a small card, which you can buy a bunch of it, keep it in your bag. It's an effective way to white balance your image on location, in your studio, wherever you are. The fourth way is used not only for white balancing, but also for calibrating your camera. We use a tool called the Color Checker Passport from X-Rite. It's a very powerful tool. We have already done a video on how to use the Color Checker Passport. You can find the link to that video in the description below. Please do spend some time to use that link and watch that video too. So wasn't that simple? Now that you know it, why don't you pick your camera, get some of those products and practice it for yourself, and you will actually see the difference that it's going to make to your image. While I say this, let me also tell you, that we are talking about perfect white balance. We are not talking about absolute white balance. So there is nothing absolute in photography, for that matter in art. Okay, perfect again is a very relative term. Relative because it relates to what you want to achieve. If what you want to achieve is white as white in every situation, you know how to get it. If you want to retain some cast, you know how to get that too. So use this understanding to your advantage to create better looking, more interesting, more satisfying image, because what is more important is to satisfy yourself than satisfy the world, at least in photography. We get tons of comments and requests and questions in our comments column, and it's our endeavor to answer each and every one of them personally. But due to the limitations under which we work here in our studio, we are not in a position to answer everything. We may have missed a few. So with due apologies, let us tell you that we will try our best. We'll continue to try our best. So it goes without saying, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe and share our channel, and continue to interact with us in the comments column below. Bye for now.